So we've got a question here. Is it possible to be a pro cyclist today without PEDs, performance enhancing drugs? I would say definitely. You can definitely be a professional rider without anything, without any asthma buffers, without any caffeine, without any prednisone, without any EPO, blood transfusions, anabolic steroids, Adderall, methylphenidate, all these things that are very common in professional sports today, not just cycling. Often cycling gets the rap, cyclist, you're a cyclist, you take drugs. It's like, at the top level, swimming, running, tennis, basketball, rugby, soccer, performance enhancing drugs are being used. There's no doubt about that. And if you think otherwise, you probably still believe in Santa Claus. People say, well, where's your proof? Show me. That's a big claim, Jordan Ryder. Where's your evidence? Where's your evidence Santa Claus doesn't exist? I don't know, it's like, where's your evidence that bird over there was just out of camera but is a pigeon? I don't have it's a pigeon, but I don't have any evidence it's a pigeon. Like, do I have to do DNA testing and get a confirmation by a world-renowned biologist that that's a pigeon? But if you've never taken performance-enhancing drugs, or if you've never been in the scene, inner circles, etc., and I won't name any names here, people come to me with confidence. I'm not clout on this one. So it's just how it is. It's professional sport. So can you be a pro rider? Definitely. There's freaks out there. There's kids who just genetically, parents were fit, mum and dad were fit. They've just been raised through sports system, through school, and they're just freaks, And you can definitely be. They're the ones who become professional cyclists clean. They're the ones who carry the bottles, they carry the jackets, they give a spare tyre, or back when we had rim brakes, now they have to get the whole bike over. They're the domestics, low-level races, support, etc. If you're talking in the Tour de France, to win the Tour de France, Tour of Spain, the Giro, World Champs, etc., then yeah. This is where the big money is. This is where the sponsors, they want some recognition for their making it rain style stuff. So you need to have a hemoglobin maxed up. You need to have virtually no pain in your body. And there's certain compounds that help with that. Legal or illegal, or the rules are everything's legal until you get caught. That's just how it is. But with pro cycling, you have a chance. As a domestic, as a bottle carrier, just have a seat here in this mud, and that's just how it is. But with other sports, like if you want to be a professional swimmer or a triathlete, in the big, no chance. You want to be a professional runner, no chance. You can definitely make the 5,000 or 10,000 or the marathon, heats, or the marathon final, which is everyone, but you won't be winning. You definitely won't be winning if you don't use EPO. You have to use EPO, etc. All that training just runs into the ground. You need hormones. You need to replace your hormones. Even the freaks of freaks who don't get injured because they have incredible biomechanics and just years and years of training and conditioning and smart training, etc. What about your blood? What about your blood? Even the contraceptive pill is a performance-enhancing drug. It's a legal one, but it's still performance-enhancing. What if you have your period on race day? It's like, bye-bye, game over, or you're getting cramping. It's just, no, bye-bye. So it's just how it is business. It's business. So people think, the contraceptive pill is not a performance-enhancing drug. Any pharmaceutical that you put in your body that enhances performance is a performance-enhancing drug. Now, if it's legal or not, that's another story. It depends on the dosages and blah, blah, blah. Is it moral? That's a whole debate there as well. But the purpose of these videos isn't to demonize drugs, it's to educate people. This is how it is. Drugs run the world pretty much, legal and illegal, pharmaceutical and recreational. It's part of society, and I just want to educate people. This is the truth, right? So when you see like Lance Armstrong or Shaparova and say, they're dopers, blah, 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 blah. That's just how it is at the top, right? And the people who are clean, you probably never even heard of them. They're the ones who, if they crash out of a race, cyclingnews.com doesn't report on that, They're the ones who, if they don't make the semi-finals at Wimbledon, you wouldn't even know, because, you know, unless they're from your hometown village in Slovenia, you wouldn't know who they are. So that's just how it is, all right? It's professional sport. We live in a pretty cutthroat world. If you haven't paid attention, over 30,000 kids will die today from starvation, you know? So it's like, it's no wonder that people are like, hang on, you mean if I take these pills and do a few shots here and there, and I've got this genetic talent and I've worked the last 20 years or 10 years for a goal, and I take these drugs that's going to help me achieve those goals, sign me up. And the chance of me getting caught is like so small, because the half-life of these drugs, you know, in and out the system really rapidly, some of them. And there's tricks and I'm not an expert on that, but there's definitely tricks people can do to avoid testing. People say, but don't they test at the Olympics? And I'm like, don't they have CCTV at the supermarkets, department stores, and undercover security guards and beepers and tags? But people still steal from the shops, don't they? You know, it's like, don't they have speeding cameras on the road? People still speed, man. Like, don't they check your luggage when you're going out of Colombia? Like, people still drop cocaine out. Like, don't they have death at the Olympics? It always makes me laugh, that one. But again, this is just the reality, man. To go repeat myself, drugs are what it takes to be a sports champion. All right? Now, with social media, what I see with some cyclists who I know they're not on EPO, etc., because their watts don't show that, they're just like, you know, they're doing like some venture stuff, and, you know, just they're showing their personality. That's great. So social media is giving a secondary income for people who have, you know, different things to share there. And there's people on social media who say they're clean, might have a soap bar tattoo on the certain part of their body, and it's like, mate, you're doing dope or what, all right? Which is fine, but get rid of that tattoo, man. Scrub it off. Get the cheese grater out and scrub that thing off, because those watts definitely ain't natty. But yeah, it's, you know, your life's going to be a lot easier, people, everyone. My life was easier once I realised the truth of what's going on out there. The truth about drugs and sport. No longer was I disappointed in Pantani or Veronk, or, you know what I mean? It's just how it is, man. It's just how it is. Pro sport runs on drugs. Society runs on drugs. Imagine if you took out the caffeine for the everyday person, or the cocaine for the accountants and the lawyers, and took out the painkillers and the Xanax for the housewives, and you took out all the, you know, the alcohol for the hookers. You just took out all drugs in society. Cigarettes for the tradies, and took it out. Society would just crash, right? Drugs keep up pretty much everyone. On YouTube, you've got people pinging off Adderall, just smashing it in, Shane Dawson, etc., and then just burning out. See you later, bye. You know, so it's sad. You know, that's the really sad part of drug usage as well. But my goal here always is just to educate people and give them the truth, regardless if that's what they are ready for or not. When it comes to your health and fitness, all right, that's where you need to have the truth, so you can get, you know, so you're not wasting time. All right, so you're not wasting time. I hate wasting time, because you know, once you lose time, you ain't coming back. So the next time a pro cyclist or a pro swimmer gets caught doing drugs, or a pro runner, marathon world record holder gets busted doing drugs, don't be surprised. All right? It's just part of the show. It's part of the circus. They're replaceable. They know that. They're thinking, I've only got a few years to shine. Hit me up. Yeah, flick that needle, pull the ampule out, pop the top off the ampule. Let's pop. Let's rock and roll. If you want to cope, you got to dope out the top.